Congratulations on the growth piece of this in terms of the user growth. The question is going to be on the money side going forward. Speak to it.
Well, first, we were thrilled to deliver 34% MDAU growth this quarter. That's over 45 million more people using Twitter today than used it last year. It's product improvements and, of course, all the things that are going on in the world right now that are bringing people to Twitter. On the revenue side, we've got work to do on our revenue products. That's why they're the #1 company objective. And we made real progress this quarter, improving measurement for advertisers, doing a pilot of our new map product, improving our prediction and ad ranking models, and finishing the work on our ad server that has been long awaited and will allow us to move faster. But we know we've got more work in front of us because in a more constrained economic environment, and the one that we're in, like the one we're in today, we need to deliver direct response advertising as well as brand advertising for our biggest advertising partners.
The user growth piece, how sustainable do you think that is? Do you think we're going to see quarters like that in the future? Was this some kind of pull forward? How should investors think about that?
We were really pleased that the big surge that we saw in March was able to hold all through the second quarter, meaning people continued to come to Twitter to find out what was happening in the world and what people were talking about, whether it was around COVID-19, where we had 150 million people come to our COVID-19 resources, or to do a virtual watch party for The Last Dance, or to talk about Trolls or another new movie or something else that came out where they weren't able to talk about it with their friends in person, and so they did it from their sofas on Twitter.
Right.
We feel like there's lots more of that for us to be able to help people with as economies hopefully come back. I know baseball tonight and basketball next week in the United States are big opportunities for us as well. And we feel like we're really well positioned when these things do come back.
Lots of speculation that there is a pay subscription service in the offing or in the making that we don't know about yet. True, not true? What's going to happen?
I think what you do know is that we did a job posting, which people got excited about a few weeks ago, where we mentioned that we were looking for a subscription-related engineer. If we have products to announce, you'll hear about them from us, not through a job posting, but you'll see them on the service. But we are going to be testing and learning around lots of new non-ad related revenue opportunities. Today, we have our data and enterprise solutions business, but we know that there are other opportunities for us as well. Subscriptions, commerce, and other things will be areas that we'll explore. We have to build the teams. We've got to test and learn. And this isn't something where you should expect revenue in 2020, but they are big opportunities for us over time.
Okay, so it sounds like something may be in the offing. What is the cost going to be of securing your network? And what is the economic and maybe broader impact of what took place last week with so many famed members of Twitter being hacked in such a public way?
Well, we did have a security incident last week, and we take these things really seriously. We try to be transparent in sharing with the world what happened, what we're doing to fix it, and what we're doing to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. It's important that the people who use the service, those that are affected, our content partners, advertisers, all hear from us and that we're accountable to everybody for both fixing it and making sure that it doesn't happen again. Privacy and data protection have long been a priority for us in an area where we've invested.
But Ned, how much more money are you going to have to spend on this? And is there going to be any liability issues? For example, we heard yesterday that some of those people we just showed on the screen had their DMs, meaning their private messages, exposed to hackers.
Well, we're still working through the details, Andrew, and as we do, we'll continue to share them. But from an investing perspective, this is an area where we've long invested. And so we typically find when something like this comes up, it doesn't necessarily mean a lot more investment, but it does sometimes mean that we ask people for whom they work on a number of things to really drop everything and focus on this so that we can fix it, we can remediate it, we can make sure that it's not going to happen again, and so we can communicate clearly about everything that did happen.
And then finally, Jack Dorsey is being called to Washington. Is he going?
I'm not sure if Jack will be going or not, but as you can imagine, our relationships with the legislators, the policymakers, and regulators all over the world are really important to us. And so whether it's in a particular discussion or a different one, talking to them so that they understand how we think about the world, our policies, that they understand we are the first to ban political advertising, that we removed QAnon earlier this week, and that we're going to continue to enforce our policies consistently is really important to our work.